Hey guys, this is the first time I'm making a video. I usually only make TikToks. You can go follow me there. I'll link it in the description if you'd like. But this is me doing a really cute, really simple orange set. I know it's springtime and this is more of a summer set, but I saw this idea on Pinterest and I knew I had to do it. So this is me just getting ready to prep my nails and everything. Getting back the cuticles first. So I take my drill bit here and I have my drill on a really low speed because I'm not a professional. I just started doing this at home, and the slower you go, the better you go, and it makes your work look so much nicer and so much neater when you take your time. So this is me just really getting in there, making sure I get all that cuticle off. And then right here, I am just showing you me cleaning off my nails before I do any other step. You're going to see me do this a lot because it's one of my favorite things to do. I just like to make sure I'm being really clean and crisp with everything. So this is me just taking my cuticle cutters after I've wiped everything down with alcohol. You want to be really careful with this because you can bleed. When I first started cutting my cuticles, I would nip myself almost every time. So I make sure I really take my time with this. Here's just another angle so you can kind of see better. You only want to get that white skin right there, that dead skin. That's the only part you want to really cut off. So this is just me trying to show a better view of that. And then I wipe my nails off again because we just finished that. So now we need to start getting into our next steps. And then this is me switching out my old fine sanding band and putting a new fine sanding band on there. This is me showing I do have just a container full of sanding bands nearby every time so I can switch them out. And again, turning the drill on really, really low speed. Whenever I'm doing any cuticle work, I like to stay between like a 3 and a 4, sometimes a 5 if I feel like personally I can do that, but if not, just a 3, a 4, perfect speed. This is me trying to make sure that I'm keeping that the head of the drill very flat and just taking away the shine of the nail. You are not trying to file away anything. You just want that natural shine of your nail gone. So once I feel like I've gotten that, okay, that's it, done. And then once you have all of the nails filed and sanded down, you're going to wipe with alcohol to remove any extra dust and prepare to put your tips on. Before I glue my tips on, I like to add dehydrator. I don't know if this is a necessity, but for me, I feel like it really helps make my sets last a lot longer and helps the tips to stick on better for me. These are the tips I'm going to be using. They are the 3XL coffin tips from Acrylic Creamery. This is me showing how long the 3XL tips are. I wish I could keep them this long, but cleaning the house and washing dishes with nails like that just does not work. So this is me cutting them down, and honestly, truthfully, I suck at getting the nails to be the same length, so I just kind of hope for the best when it comes down to that. And yeah, here goes me just filing and shaping the nail tip. What I have learned over time is the better you file that nail tip before you put any acrylic on it, the easier filing will be later. I didn't believe it. I used to just slap the tips on, cut them down, and put on the acrylic. It is not that simple. Filing beforehand and taking time is so much better. And then right here, you're going to see me take my nail file and go backwards. Usually you'd go the other way, but I was trying to get that little U shape. And I've never tried it before, but I've been seeing a lot of people do it recently, so I wanted to try it too. I don't know if that's right or not. And then for this set specifically, I wanted to have stiletto pinkies. So this is me shaping my stiletto pinky. And if it looks like I'm shaky or it's hard for me to do, it's because this is my non-dominant hand. This is me trying my hardest to work on my right hand. And I'm right-handed, so obviously it's really hard. And then here we go. I'm finally getting into the acrylic application. And before I apply any acrylic to my natural nail at all, I put on 2 coats of my Models 1 dehydrator and 2 coats of their primer as well. The 2 coats for me just makes my sets last longer. Ever since I started doing 2 coats, I have been able to keep a set for like over a month. And I know you shouldn't keep a set on for that long, but if I ever just don't want to do my nails, this right here, doing the 2 coats, best thing in the whole world. I promise you. I have not lost a nail. I have not broken a nail. I have not had a nail fall off while doing this technique. I didn't record the full application on this nail, but this is just me kind of showing what my first bead looks like. And then for my pinky right here, I actually was able to record the entire application from start to finish. So you see me place this first bead right between where the natural nail meets the nail tip. And this bead was a little big. I'm not used to doing stilettos, so I grabbed a little bit too much product. But you can just see me taking my time and really going slow with the acrylic and forming it to the nail. And then once I get to a point where I feel like I've pushed all the extra acrylic to one side right there, you're going to see me wipe off my brush, and then go straight back into shaping the nail. And right here, I get that last little bead off, and then I just go over again. I pat it down. I try to make sure there's not any extra like lumps or bumps or any acrylic touching my skin. You really want to avoid that at all times. Now, sometimes it is hard for me to do when I'm doing my non-dominant hand, but I really do try my best to not let any product touch my skin whatsoever. And for my second bead, I'm going to go in and With this bead again, you're gonna see me pick a bead up that's too big for what I want. So I'm gonna drain my brush on the napkin right there, and you see me pull back and push forward. You can't really tell, but it breaks the bead in half right there towards the tip. So when I apply it on my nail, I'm only gonna take that little half at the tip of my nail brush, and then I'm going to wipe the other half off. And that's gonna give me a bead that I can actually work with instead of one that's way too big. And again, I am not a professional whatsoever. I do not even have a cosmetology license. But these are just things that I've learned over the past few months since I've been doing nails that have really helped. Time and patience are key for everything. I'll post a video with some of my first sets in it. Oh my God. I really thought some of the sets I was doing at the beginning were so good. And I look back now and I'm like, oh my God, who let me walk out of the house like that? Like, who let me leave the house and think that those nails did something? Because they really did not. This is honestly one of my favorite sets to date that I have done so far. And I completely forgot to record any of the filing process except for this. This is me just taking my sanding band and going over, making sure my nail is all smooth all the way around. I really wish I would have recorded more filing, but unfortunately I didn't. This is the final product after all shaped and filed. I did intentionally make the pinky longer and my pointer finger short. I promise it was intentional. Now here comes the hard part, which is painting. Again, with my non-dominant hand. This was extremely hard. Please do not mind all the uneven lines. I promise I fixed them at the end. For this first nail, it's really easy. I just lay down that orange base, and then I'm gonna pour some orange sugar glitter all over it. So super easy. That's why I started with it. Right here, I take my Beetles in a really sheer nude and I put that on my nails to get ready to do some French tips. We have a glitter French on my middle finger and then some stripes going down the two other fingers. On my thumb, I did a regular French tip, no glitter or anything. And then this is me adding some white lines to those already orange ones just to add a little bit of extra. This right here is me trying to show you how I was painting these lines, but like I said, you can see how much I'm shaking and how uneven that line is. I went in and cleaned it up afterwards to try to make it look better, but you can already see I have glitter and gel polish all over this hand. This was once I finished. We had everything, put cuticle oil on. I thought she was really cute. Thank you guys so much for watching and staying to the end. Bye.